So the willingness for partnership and collaboration really sets the stage for what I want to share with you all today. I have some details about a new partnership that is forming to create additional support for the Oklahoma City Public Schools. 5 initial founding partner organizations have spent countless hours over the past 5 months working together on what we as a community can do and how we can work better together. We have a vision and a framework for this new collaboration that will be called the Oklahoma City Schools Compact. You may have heard a little bit about the Compact, and it is important to me that you leave here today with a clear understanding of the mission and where we are in the process of the formation. What we're trying to create with the Compact is a collective impact model, if you've heard of that model, for our schools. Collective impact occurs when organizations from different sectors agree to come together to solve a community issue using a common agenda with aligned efforts and common measures of outcomes. The Compact's intention is to ensure educational success in our community for today, for the next decade, and for generations to come. The Oklahoma City Public Schools Compact will have a board that, using the MAPS trust model, will coordinate, facilitate, and oversee a group of committees that will guide the creation of projects to support and improve student improvement and student performance, and support the programs that achieve the district's goals, those goals and pillars that Rob explained in his presentation. The 5 initial organizations for the Compact are the Oklahoma City Public Schools, of course, the City of Oklahoma City, the Oklahoma City Public Schools Foundation, the United Way of Central Oklahoma, and the Greater Oklahoma City Chamber. Now, we set on this journey several years ago, about 2 years ago or so, when the former Chamber's Education Committee and the leadership initiated a process to identify solutions for some of our broader issues that are affecting student learning, because we all know that it doesn't just happen in the classroom. There are all sorts of collateral issues that affect student learning. The former chairman of the chamber and then interim superintendent, Dave Lopez, helped begin a search process for the new permanent superintendent. Rob, thank you so much. And simultaneously, the Education Committee launched a research project to see what was working in other communities. Let's learn from best practices elsewhere. And I think I shared with you last year some of what we found. First off, there is no silver bullet. What works in one community may not necessarily work in another community. We found that it takes a community. Our outstanding and dedicated educators can't do it alone. Academic and education success requires wide support and partnerships. We also found that there is no quick fix. Improving school performance takes years and a long-term community commitment. Again, not today, but for decades and generations to come. Our next step was to collect data. We built a partnership with 9 community organizations, many of whom had never worked before, but pulled them together and conducted a community-wide survey about the perceptions of the stakeholders and the consumers of the district. It was very interesting. The outcomes, again, we shared with you last year. Armed with these bits of data and this information, we began to meet to create a new process, something more collaborative, something different for our city. At the heart of this effort is the mission to create, stimulate, promote, and drive community ownership and responsibility for Oklahoma City Public Schools and its outcome, to partner in a way with the district the way that this community has never partnered with our schools. Over time, people may change, their roles may change, but our community's commitment and involvement to public education cannot waver. The burden of success in our schools does not rest just with our school board, with our administrators, our teachers, our parents, or even just our students. But it is dependent on all of us. We all must take responsibility and collectively understand the issues impacting achievement, support our schools, and be a part of the solutions. Only by working together as a community will we see a different result and be able to sustain that result. With the leadership of Superintendent New and our wonderful school board, we are beginning to see some real movement in the district. The community engagement and strategic planning process that they have undergone that has led to the district's great commitment has truly set the stage for the compact to be successful. Giving support to the district's strategic plan is what this new partnership is all about. That's the entire design, is to support and bring additional commitments to the strategies, to the goals that the district sets out. Now, I think in talking about the compact, it is important for you to know what the compact is and what it is not. The compact is not a cheerleading activity. While we will celebrate the successes, we will not do so while ignoring the support that is still needed. This is also not a change in how the district is governed. The school board is elected by the people to set the policies, to make the decisions, and determine the goals, and they will continue to do so. What the mission of the compact is to develop a strong partnership, and over the next several months, we will begin finalizing the details and building more of the infrastructure and the meat, if you will, to formalize our effort and really begin working. Clear goals tied to the Oklahoma City Public Schools strategic plan will guide all of our activities. Additional partner organizations, businesses, and individuals will be necessary to provide the resources, the support, and the involvement to achieve the strategic goals, and to ensure that our students are prepared for work and/or higher education, as Secretary Shirley and Superintendent New have outlined. Our work will be collaborative, transparent, and tied to clearly defined accountability tools. This is a big vision, a vision that fits the importance of what is at stake. For us to be successful, we are going to need you. And by you being here today, you've evidenced an interest in our public education and in Oklahoma City Public Schools. Every person in this room, businesses, community organizations, individuals, district leaders, must come together and foster partnerships that will drive a culture of ownership for the improvement and sustainable direction of the district's performance. I hope that when you are called upon, you will engage enthusiastically with us. I look forward to working with all of you, and together we will figure out how to have a greater impact and support Oklahoma City Public Schools. Thank you.